Yes. Oh, yes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're going to go ahead and go grab the smoking lounge, and we're about to go live on Instagram as well, as we are loading up all of the live streams. Yeah. 4:32 p.m. here on the West Coast, Northern California, Stockton, California to be exact, baby. I see my golden goose eggs have jumped up from 11 to 13. That's 4 golden goose eggs so far today in 2 streams. Less than an hour of live work. Let me see. This looks like we're on the wrong profile. Let me change profile. What's up, Rogelio? Thank you for following us on all social media sites. Y'all, I want to say really quickly, I want to shout out really quickly Dope Air Magazine out there in Oakland. Y'all, they are doing some donation work. Y'all follow them on Instagram. Once again, that is Dope Air Magazine, where I am one of the correspondents and editors that does network with this brand and label. Especially on social media, y'all, with the promo blast. Y'all know we promote every day on the live stream, but aside from that, we also do internet ads. We also do promotional text, and we post things and leave them up there for the rest of the world to continue to see and benefit and shop until the end of all time, as does Dope Air Magazine. Y'all make sure you follow them on Instagram and on Facebook. I am also co-managing the backup account for Dope Air Magazine on Facebook as well. So y'all go follow them, especially on Instagram at Dope Air Magazine. They can be followed on YouTube at Dope Air Network. Y'all make sure you go show my partners some love. They got a lot of great activities and programs and things going on out there in Oakland. A lot of civil rights actions taking place due to Lake Merritt, more than just the COVID pandemic, but some history and some threats at Lake Merritt. Y'all know also Nia Wilson was killed in the Oakland BART station, and her sister was stabbed in the neck by a random man at BART. Just a lot of things going on in Oakland, and the Asian hate crimes as well. Just a lot of things going on for y'all to pay attention to, and please be aware of. Working together as minorities will definitely do more for the greater good and for each other's individual culture than working against each other as minorities in a capitalist and in a white Jesus world. No offense to those of you who are Christians. I believe that everyone has to believe in a higher power or a higher calling. And I also believe that we are to hold each other accountable for how well or how badly we treat each other. So, again, especially if you are a supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement, want to remind y'all that the very first original Black Lives Matter movement was called the Black Panther Militia Party in 1966, founded in Oakland, California. So again, a lot of programs going on around Lake Merritt and in the community, as well as broadcasting and promotion for independent creators, things like that, venues and other businesses. I do have a close friend out there also named Simonia Ray. She is an excellent teacher. Her nickname is coined the Art Teacher of Oakland. She provided over 1,000 art kits for needy kids last summer. this summer again, even though there is less social distance learning and more in-person learning. She continues to offer free classes and art kits to the community. Y'all get in touch with her on Instagram as well if you are interested in the programs going on at Lake Merritt and in Oakland, California. Again, her name is the art teacher of Oakland, and she is on all of my Instagrams, and she is not hard to find at all. She's a very talented artist and entertainer and vocalist that I worked with here in Stockton over a decade ago, only to find that she's doing bigger and greater things for the community of Oakland, California. And with a little bit more support and networking and promotion, we can be helping her do these things a lot greater, at a greater magnitude. Hello, everybody. Hello. We're barely just getting here, everyone. Hello. Really quickly, if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Mrs., aka Cherry Franklin. This is the Cherry Franklin Show, live stream music promotional podcast. Y'all, where we do take live callers. We do have conversations, talk about the news, the West Coast, and music. More importantly, during the quarantine, we've been talking about the stimulus check. So a lot of y'all know we're awaiting a fourth stimulus check from the federal government. Some states have taken it upon themselves to issue a fourth stimulus check from the state for those who have filed their taxes for 2020. Amongst those stimulus checks I just mentioned, there are other funding available due to the quarantine. The PPP loans. So applications for the PPP loans is cut off. But if you did qualify for the first round and you still have more money coming, second round of PPP loan checks have been sent out. SBA loans are rolling over. The budget for SBA loans is rolling over and reopening. Those of you who have been declined, I was declined also for the first SBA loans during 2020. In the beginning of this year, they're throwing out the old applications so you can reapply. The maximum you can receive out of the SBA loans is $10,000. For those of you who only received 100, 300, 1,000, 5,000, maybe last year or this year, the maximum is 10,000. Okay, it's not one. It don't stop, honey. You can reapply. They're throwing out the old applications. Unemployment set to expire September 6th. This is one of the things we're expecting them to wait on to the last minute, just like they did for eviction protection. Eviction protection was set to expire July 31st. August 1st, many rentees who were behind on rent were facing eviction. The budget for eviction protection is $43 million. The bill for eviction, unpaid rent, is $21 million. They have enough money in this budget to rectify all debts and even pay in advance some future rents. Why are they not doing this? Because Joe Biden and his House of Representatives are screwing around in the Middle East. If y'all don't know, they're trying to, I believe it's Afghanistan. Is it Afghanistan? They have images in the news of Afghanistanians holding on to U.S. military aircrafts trying to leave the country because they don't want to be left to deal with tyrannical government and militia and war. After the U.S. did try to do something to the Afghanistani government and make a difference with American democracy. Again, if you know me, you know I'm Filipino American. You know one of the biggest gripes I have is that the Philippines was owned by the United States. The United States did not do anything major for water systems, healthcare, electricity, but we did receive American capitalism and American democracy. What this American capitalism and democracy can do in the Middle East during a bunch of foreign wars and oil wars, I do not know. These are war-ridden countries over there. Y'all know Israel and Palestine have been at war for over 50 years. Okay? Iraq, Iran, all of these tours started with Bush. There are a lot of Iran and Iraq vets that served in the U.S. military. Joe Biden did stop the process of building the wall, but he is starting to do business overseas, supporting Russia's railroads, not supporting the U.S. railroads, supporting war in the Middle East, while oil prices are still high, especially here in California. I saw differences in gas prices. Somebody told me $3.58 and $4.09 was the lowest they saw, while I drove by a gas station that said $4.59 per gallon, easily a $0.50 difference per gallon. So just things to keep in mind. I know a lot of us were very happy and very proud to have a Democrat in the president's seat. Vice President Kamala Harris, a woman of color. Everybody was wearing Chuck Taylors and pearls. The Chuck Taylor is supposed to represent California, just so you know. California used to be Mexico, and Mexico, honey, are the people that you're trying to keep out of this goddamn country with your goddamn Trump wall. I know a lot of people are against immigration and immigrants robbing American economy and American currency and funds and jobs and things like that. And I understand that completely. However, when you seek asylum from a war-stricken country, you should not be denied entry just because somebody thinks you might turn into a drug dealer, or they don't want you to have the opportunities that Americans have. Mind you, every American family here is an immigrant unless you're a native indigenous American Indian. Okay? Or Mexican. Okay. Just want to say that really quick. The other funding, y'all. SSI. For the past 2 years, well, ever since April of 2020 and the quarantine and stimulus funding and talks of stimulus funding began, SSI recipients have wondered, will they be able to receive any of these checks, especially if they did not file taxes? The answer is no. They are basically going off of tax returns and reported income. I believe SSI recipients do have other pandemic funding available, but not in the form of a stimulus check. There may be something available in this fourth stimulus package that we are waiting to hear them approve, hopefully by September 6th when unemployment runs out. Other than that, there are child tax credits. If you have dependents under the age of 18, there are separate amounts of money available for kids under age 11 and kids under age 17. Y'all make sure you look into that. But once again, you will most likely not be able to receive this or the Golden Gate state stimulus check if you did not file your taxes for the year 2020. What else? I have some requests to play music already. I see Rogelio blowing up the tag comments. We want to hear some music. I see Ustream. We've had some in and outs here. And I also see some love and followers on Tango. Other than that, Dope Era Magazine has popped in on the Cherry Franklin Show on Instagram. Again, y'all follow my friends and yours, Mr. Fab and Dope Era Brand in Oakland, California. Over 81 viewers on Bigo Live, bringing us to over 100 viewers for the stream so far. Very proud of y'all. It has only been 12 minutes and we have had over 100 viewers already. Yesterday, I want to give a big shout out to Tango and Bigo Live. We had over 1,000 viewers for the day, just between those two apps alone, not including over 100 on the Tagged App Live as well. You know what I'm saying? I would quit this job, but I have like over 7,000 followers on Tag. Over so many thousand followers on Bigo and Tango as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a talky person, but I am intellectual and I am down to earth. And I'm also a realist, which means I soak up most of my information and opinions from my real life experiences. So, in order for me to value and appreciate my environment, the internet, the general public, I have to be able to receive and respect the communication between the two of us. And I know y'all is requesting to hear music, so we're gonna go to the news clip of the day, dropped 4 hours ago by one of our favorite streamers here on YouTube. He's kind, says nice things and smiles throughout the whole video. I do not agree with all of his opinions. However, those are his opinions, and everybody has an opinion, right? So we're gonna go ahead and let him talk about the news.
Hello.
Hopefully he has some good news.
August 18th daily news report. As well as
if you have not rolled a blunt, made a drink, a cup of coffee, or a sandwich, or fried up a square, now's the time to do so. We're barely about to roll a blunt, and you still have about 15 or 20 minutes left of the smoke session.
Up to date on what's going on in Washington, D.C., the U.S. economy, money, investing.
Make sure you let me know what is you smoking, what flavors are popular, what's brand new, what's the best of the best, and what not to get. Leave it in the comments.
But before I jump in, I want to remind you that this is your daily reminder to go sign up for the giveaway that Casey and I are doing, where we're giving away $10,000 in cash to help get a little extra money into the pockets of our subscribers, as well as thanking you for helping get me to 1 million subscribers. You can sign up each day to increase your odds of winning, and it only takes about 20 seconds. So I'll make sure to leave a link below. All right, now last night, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi told her Democrat colleagues that she plans to push forward with passing the $3.5 trillion stimulus package. She said she trusts moderates will know their place and fall in line with Biden's agenda. Pelosi said that President Biden fully supports her approach to siding with progressive Democrats and moving the bill forward. She had this to say: today, President Biden endorsed the House rule, which will allow us to consider the budget resolution, H.R. 4, and the bipartisan infrastructure bill. She said that what she is about to do in the House will get everything Democrats want into this next bill, and it will unlock the opportunity to pass a bill with only
everybody look at the bottom of the screen. Check out this new flavor.
She said the budget resolution is the key to unlocking the 50,
never heard of face mints before. We might have to go check that out. Thank you so much, Davey.
For our transformative Build Back Better bill. However,
hey y'all, I see 100 hearts just hit the screen from Blue Creed on Vigo Live. Thank you so much. Definitely gonna hit you back with a follow, and thank you so much for showing love in the live stream.
We simply cannot afford months of unnecessary delays.
Again, y'all make sure you follow Dope Air Magazine as well. They did come by and say hi on the Instagram feed.
It's time to get shovels in the ground and people to work. Now, Gottheimer in the past has called for 3 stimulus checks and now for an additional stimulus check, but has received pushback. He believes the new stimulus package doesn't do much for the American people. Then House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer told Gottheimer to get himself and the other 8 moderate Democrats back to the table. But then he said he wasn't going to vote unless everyone voted for the infrastructure bill, the stimulus bill, and a voting bill that would not require identification or ID in order to vote. So he says he's not going to vote unless he gets those 3. Gottheimer says, I'm only voting for 1, and Pelosi says, I'm only voting for 2. So there's a lot of confusion right now in the House of Representatives. Pelosi told colleagues not to mess up this once-in-a-generation opportunity to get everything they want under the Build Back Better agenda. So I think this bill could be wrapping up much quicker than expected.
Yes.
According to Pelosi, it's all but a done deal and will include everything Democrats want.
Yes.
All right, now Sylvania from the community says,
y'all, let me tell you why that's a good thing. Even though
I have several children.
I'm not a big fan of party politics. You know what party politics are? That's like saying, I'm pro-choice. I want women to be able to abort their baby if they don't feel safe. If they have experienced trauma or things like that, I want them to be able to be pro-choice, correct? Okay, so that's something I say. For example, right, that's one of my beliefs. Party politics is voting for somebody that is against my beliefs just because I agree with their party. Because I want to be popular, because I want to say I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican, so I'm going to go with whatever they say. Even though clearly they have a team of men on the women's health panel and they outlawed abortions in the state of Alabama and sentence women to the death penalty if you get an abortion, even if your baby is a product of a rape crime. Your rapist will have parental rights to your baby and you will be locked up in jail and you will be sentenced to death if you try to have an abortion. I think that is absurd and absolutely motherfucking mental for you to be able to tell a woman that if someone rapes her, you have to have the baby and be cool with the rapist. I don't think that's cool at all, right? So that would be like if I went and voted for somebody who made those laws in Alabama and voted them into power just because I wanted to be a Democrat or a Republican. So those are party politics. Not necessarily something as dramatic and severe and serious as abortion, but some people are very pro recycling. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. Like somebody on YouTube just said, like the vaccine, it's my body, it's my choice. Right? Okay, so that would say if the government says, hey, we're gonna give you a stimulus check only if you get this vaccination, and you don't believe that the government should regulate medicine in their citizens' bodies, but you go and vote for that president anyway. You know what I'm saying? And you go get the vaccine because you want the check, even though you don't believe in it. That's party politics, y'all. I don't know if y'all understand really what that's like saying I don't give a fuck about oil and railroads and foreign wars and shit. I care about recycling and you know what I'm saying? The atmosphere and holes in the atmosphere and things and heat pollution and air pollution and things like that. And I care about all this, but I go vote for somebody that's pro-war, pro-oil, you know what I'm saying? Not hybrid, not electric, not recycling, things like that. That's party politics. So, I'm not into party politics at all. I say all that to say this. The reason why it's good that Nancy Pelosi says the 4 stimulus package will have everything that Democrats want. Keyword here is that the Democrats want, because last year it was the Democrats who proposed a $2,000 stimulus check initially. I can't talk right now because we haven't smoked yet, but I'm gonna get this out before we roll a blunt. Senator Bernie Sanders, Senator McCray, and Senator Cray, one of them who is a woman of color, they're all Democratic Senate, okay? They proposed the stimulus package with a $2,000 stimulus check and $2,000 monthly payments during a quarantine, with $1,000 per month payments up to 1 year after the quarantine was declared over and the pandemic was declared over. This way, the American people would not have to jeopardize their health or their children's health or lose any rent, grocery, or utilities money to be able to make ends meet month to month during the quarantine while they were either laid off or not able to travel. You know what I'm saying? Healthcare might not be available. Babysitters and public child care may not be available. Things like that. The Democrats proposed the $2,000 check. They proposed the monthly payments. They proposed eviction protection. They proposed health care. Republicans proposed loans and vaccines. I want y'all to be aware that every disease needs some type of medicine or treatment to combat the infectious disease, correct? But I want y'all to be aware that the immune system, the purpose of the vaccine is to inject dead disease cells into your immune system so your immune system can be conditioned to killing and eliminating the infectious disease from your body and bloodstream. That is the sole purpose of a vaccine. This vaccine, brand new vaccine, doesn't include variants, molecular variants that are found in the Delta version of COVID. Okay? And your immune system does the exact same thing a vaccine does, except it doesn't inject the dead cells into your bloodstream. Any leftover dead disease or dead dirt and dust gets filtered through your eyelashes, your nostrils, your respiratory system, and your immune system as the oxygen and etc. and the nutrients is all absorbed into your oxygen and lungs and bloodstream, which is absorbed into the rest of the muscles of your body, correct? Okay, that's a lot of breaking down, but I say all that to say your immune system is the thing that has to kill the dead cells that are present in the vaccination injection. It is your immune system that has to be ready to kill the virus. The vaccine is not the thing that kills the virus. It is still your immune system. Somebody said people do not need to trust that vaccine. I agree. I believe if you're generally a healthy person, I've been drinking orange juice this whole time. Whether or not I caught COVID, I didn't show any symptoms at all whatsoever. Been to the doctor a couple times. I went actually in November of 2019 when COVID actually first started. And I was sent back to work. The girl that worked with me, though, was crazy sick, and I never got sick again after, even though I was around her. So I don't know what exactly is the correct vibe behind these vaccines. Like, are they trustworthy? Are they helpful? Are they necessary? If you're somebody who has a hard time, who gets sick easily and has a hard time getting rid of it, a vaccine probably might help. But if you're somebody who is generally healthy and don't really get sick unless somebody sets you up, like somebody got to cough in your face, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to touch you with the chicken pox or put a bum on your lip with their hand. You know what I'm saying? If you're that type of person, again, your immune system, your vitamins, your rest, your water, your vitamins, your ability to go through your day without absorbing all of the dirt and filth in your environment. Y'all make sure you stay ahead of the game, stay on your shit, and take care of your immune system. I believe in the mask method. I believe that if I'm sick and you're sick and both of us have a mask on, it's going to be harder to pass the disease. So I would recommend still wearing a mask when you're within 6 to 10 feet of other people, especially people you don't know and don't live in the same household. What else, y'all? What else? Again, good thing. It's just a good thing that the Democrats are working on the stimulus package, okay?
Steps. What can I do ASAP? All right, now.
They're talking about child tax credit.
I'm sure you're not the only one in the community.
July 15th and August 15th. If you filed your taxes for 2020, you should have got it.
Near the middle of the screen, if you scroll down a little, near the middle, there is a button called Manage Advanced Payments. Click there and you should be able to update your kids, your address, banking information, turn the payments on or turn the payments off. And so that's what you need to do. And only do this on irs.gov. There's a lot of fake scammers out there, so don't fall for them. All right, now, you might not get the July or August payment, and I hate to be the messenger on that because I know you want to get this done ASAP. But if you do what I just told you ASAP, you will likely get the September 15th payment. Now, any missed payments that you don't get will be issued to you.
Somebody calling me. Hold on, y'all.
File your taxes or do a non-filer tax return next tax season. I hope this helped you or others. By the way, thank you guys so much for giving these videos a like. I really, really appreciate it, and I just love bringing my community the news. All right, now there are two hot trends in the United States right now. One is a group of people making fake vaccine cards to get around getting the shot. Vaccine passports.
Not a fake vaccine card. I mean, there's a lot of shit you could fake in life, but don't fake your health, please.
Yet, in order to get a third,
you could fake an orgasm. You could fake a
shot. So
fake a happy reaction
to get
a crappy birthday
shots.
present.
This is definitely
but what you can't do
politicized issue at this point.
Is fake your damn health.
Anyway, both of these were trending in the news today.
Like, right, bitch, if you got herpes, athlete's foot, and gingivitis, you better say something. Other people gotta survive besides.
Pelosi's hands, he can focus on legalizing marijuana nationwide and canceling student debt for the masses. Schumer again sent word to President Biden to use his presidential authority to cancel debt immediately. We'll see if President Biden responds. All right, now a new report from the Cost of War Project shows the war in the Middle East and Afghanistan has cost the American taxpayers $2.26 trillion, 530 billion of which was interest, because the United States government borrowed from future generations in order to fund this war. This money will need to be paid back, and the interest payments will continue to mount against the government and the taxpayers until it is paid back. Now, as of right now, the U.S. government is projecting that there could be anywhere between 40,000 to 80,000 Americans trapped in Afghanistan. They sent out an official communique for people to shelter in place, that they can't guarantee their safe return, and they are working on a plan to get the people out. This is from the White House. Now, according to the White House, they will work with the Taliban to ensure their release and a safe return. So now they have to work with the Taliban in order to get these people out.
Y'all, they did say that there was some American missionaries about to be executed in the Middle East today. Hopefully that's not what happened, but we definitely are going to want to check on that at the end of the day or
17
tomorrow.
Republican lawmakers have written a letter to Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen to step in and stop a $450 million payment to be made to the Taliban by the IMF, or International Monetary Fund, and from U.S. taxpayers. If this payment isn't stopped, it will give nearly $500 million of cash to the Taliban with no rules on how this money can be spent. If the Taliban receives $500 million in cash next week,
we can't get abandoned houses to be developed into homeless shelters, or abandoned buildings to be developed into homeless shelters. We can't get food that is going to be expired to be donated to those who need it. We can't get, you know what I'm saying? We can't get health care. We can't get free health care. We're more technologically and wealthy, technologically advanced and more wealthy than a lot of nations.
Vice President Kamala Harris is refusing to make any comments on the Afghanistan situation, and
Canada
has not done
free
an
health
interview
care.
or been in public appearances in the last 6 days. According to National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, President Biden has not spoken with leaders of any other country since the collapse on Sunday. It's not clear when President Biden will address the nation again. The Taliban has sent out a warning to the United States. They are warning the U.S. to be fully out by September 11th, or else they will change their approach to dealing with trapped citizens. Canada has publicly offered to take in as many as 20,000 displaced Afghans to help out the United States. All right, now Senator Sanders posted a video on his Twitter feed where the host of the video is talking about a one-time tax of 99% of billionaires' increased wealth in 2020.
Hey, y'all.
The host says that this would pay
Thank
for
you
all
for the love
woes
and the support. I see so many hearts on this screen.
and
Thank
they
y'all.
would use this money to give $20,000 to every unemployed worker. Now, I'm all for billionaires being taxed. Trust me, I pay a lot in taxes. But what Bernie Sanders is endorsing would be catastrophic. Billionaires provide many of the jobs, charity donations, and housing for millions and millions of Americans. To 99% tax them and then give $20,000 to unemployed people sounds great, but it seems very extreme, at least according to my understanding of macroeconomics and how an economy works. But I'd like to hear from my community, so please let me know in the comments. Should billionaires have to pay a one-time 99% tax on their 2020 growth? And should unemployed people be given $20,000? Let me know in the comments. Also, would this do more damage in the long run than good in the short run?
Unemployment
Again,
recipients in the past that were not experiencing a nationwide quarantine pandemic have received 20,000. Are you kidding me? Why do you think people that were working or even working 2 jobs or 3 jobs?
So let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Why do you think they really deserve 20,000 while it's a health pandemic going on and it's fucking not safe outside?
Or have one that's a friend or a family member, especially one that was deployed to the Middle East, please reach out to these people. Extend conversation, show love, be in their life right now. According to reports that I'm reading, the Veterans Crisis Hotline has seen a major uptick in calls coming in about suicide. The VA system has sent out an email to 9 million people trying to communicate to them that these people are not alone and to reach out if they have a need. Now, if you watch this channel and are experiencing any suicidal thoughts, please know that you are enough and that your service means a lot to a lot of people. Do not make a permanent decision based on a temporary situation. Okay, very, very important, right? I know the military is taking these last couple of days very, very hard. So please, if you know veterans or military people, reach out to them in love. All right, now the Independent Restaurant Association in New York is filing a lawsuit against Mayor de Blasio for the mandatory vaccine lockouts at restaurants. This group says business is already suffering and that Mayor de Blasio will cripple the city. Now, this is my update for today. As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more. Before you go, make sure to get your name entered through the link I'll provide below to be one of the winners of the $10,000 that Casey and I are giving away. 5 of you are going to win $1,000 and 20 of you are going to win $250 in cash for a total of 25 winners. I'm very excited to give that money out to people in the community at the end of August, and so this is just a reminder to do that. All right, I know a lot is going on. I read this stuff for hours and hours. It weighs on my soul, and I'm sure that you are feeling some of that stress as well out in the community. I just want to remind you that you are amazing and that you are enough and that you are appreciated. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.
Hi, so that was a decent video. Still not all the information I want us to have, but it's a start. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it one piece at a time and hope and pray and keep telling these motherfuckers that work for the city, that work for the state, that work for the house, like, y'all, please. It's like 10, 12 million Americans out here unemployed. The unemployment rate is going down, but it's only going down by the 100,000, okay? And we're in the tens of millions. So please do something. Please do something to sustain life and support Americans and give them an opportunity to have a foundation, a life in the future. Don't keep knocking motherfuckers back down to square one. Don't keep having motherfuckers struggle through the system. Don't keep having motherfuckers walk to work. You know what I'm saying? Let them have friends that have a car. Let them call a ride. Don't keep motherfuckers in the struggle. Anyway, with all that being said, y'all, our blunt is roll. We done gave Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram about 20-30 minutes. We are going to fade to the background. That is Ustream, the Tag app live, Tango app live, and the Bigo app live as well. We're going to go to our main page sites and do some freestyle sessions and continue the smoke session. But again, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for making me a top streamer. Thank y'all for my money and for supporting the stream. I love y'all. You're beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. Your energy is positive. You're important to me, your community, your family, and your friends. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here and making me a top streamer. Thank you for caring about your community. Thank you for social distancing. All of that, all of that. Thank you for my money. All of that, all of that, all of that. I love y'all so much. Thank you for the continued love and support. Make sure you subscribe on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at The Cherry Franklin Show.